Hey everyone, Wander here, and welcome to Amberspire. It is an absolutely gorgeous looking, dice-based city builder on a strange kind of... I think it's more of a sci-fi or sci-fantasy world. It looks like you might be living in this giant golden dome in the middle of a wasteland. But it's made by the developers of the Banished Vault, which is a... I'm going to call it a digital board game, like a fully original digital board game from a couple of years ago that I really liked, but also was extremely hard. So I bounced off of it a little bit. But Amberspire looks like it kind of is carrying on a lot of those design ideas. Maybe not design ideas, the philosophy, design philosophy, but in a much more like me format. So it's out now today, and I figured I'd check it out. So we're going to do No City and see how it goes. I think there's a lot of like, I want to say political maneuvering that is kind of involved in this one as well. But we will see. Anyway, countless ages, golden and dark, have been recorded and forgotten by the scribes of mankind. Beneath worlds and amidst stars lingered history written in ruins. Around a nameless star orbited Amber, a planet of swirling glow and shadow. After the last empires decayed, a moon was given to Amber, grown to entomb the spire that had felled a sovereign. An age ago, a city on that moon fell to obscurity and began a slow return to prominence. Okay, welcome to Amberspire, a city built on an ancient mausoleum moon. Your goal is to advance the city through tiers of renown and enter a golden era. Start by rolling dice to get resources. Collect the furnace and kill dice, then roll them. Once rolled, dice can be placed on other buildings as resources. If a resource cannot be used, you can re-roll the dice or simply end the turn. Each cycle you roll 3 groups of dice. Then the moon will roll weather dice roll weather dice it is accrued. You have a small amount of rerolls available which refresh every cycle. A red result adds a die to the next weather roll. Weather dice move and add terrain tiles like floodplains. Build a cistern to remove floodplain tiles. Market buildings like the bazaar trade resources for influence, which is used to advance the city's renown. Buildings have a limited operating range. Dice can only go so far, and the landing pad can only build residents within a certain range. Let's see. Maybe residences within a certain range. Constructing more than one thing, or more than one of the same kind of building is vital to continue growing the city. Open the panel again in the options menu. So, if you haven't seen the Banished Vault before, it was very much, oh boy, kind of a hitchy pan. I actually kind of hope they have a smooth pan that you can get at some point. I get the point of it, it's supposed to be tile-based, but that is a little hard to look at. We'll see. Okay. We're going to just roll dice and see how this goes. Can I? Okay. Oh, there's a lot of UI. So I thought I'd be rolling dice, but it doesn't look like I can roll anything yet. Oh. Okay. Hold up. What was the... I was kind of hoping I could pull things... Wow, this is quite the manual. But that was the case for the Banished Vault as well. They actually sell this physically if you do want to get your hands on the manual. Which I might put an order in. Seems like they've got a decent amount to it. Also, it's just packed with lovely illustrations of every building as well. And is a fair bit. And I'm probably going to have to refer to this a lot. Ooh, that's a cool looking lantern. Small species of one in many organisms. Huh. So it's like a weird hive mind thing. I'm trying to remember. Okay, go to the map center. Game manual. I was hoping I could bring up that initial tutorial because I wasn't clear on what I was supposed to grab. So we grabbed the furnace die. I can grab the kiln die. We have resident. Oh, okay. Oh, landing pad. Adds residents to the city. Crystallizer. Rolls dice for resources. So rolls dice for resources. Extent, size, range, kiln dice. This is going to take some puzzling. Can I grab a resident die? No, what else can I click on? Or, oh, I can click on these. So this would let me build another landing pad, another kiln, furnace, cistern, bazaar? Yeah. Okay. Well, it doesn't look like I can roll more. So we're just going to roll these 2 dice and we'll make do. So I have a re-roll. We're going to take this one and re-roll it. Because I don't want a weather die if I can avoid it. Okay, kiln die. So I can build this. Oh, okay. So this is a This gave me the kiln. This gave me the... So this is giving me a brick. This is giving me scrap. Scrap can be used to build this up for 3 progress. Crystallizer progress. So it might already have that. Well, it's a little unfortunate that the UI is over there and panning the other direction. But again, this just came out, so we'll just make do. So this one. So that's the crystallizer progress. And I can put this here. I see. So this is going to need an iron die to actually be able to complete it. Gotcha. Getting started. In every cycle you roll 3 groups of die. Oh, now the getting started's back. Let's see. So furnace and kiln dice, then roll them. So in each cycle, roll 3 groups of dice, the moon will roll. Okay. Oh, I see. So die cycle clock. A certain phase of the cycle. After 3 player turns, the weather dice are rolled. It's mostly figuring out where I can collect dice from. I wish there was a little bit of an UI telling me that I can. Oh, I see. So this is just filtering what kind of buildings I can have. Well, in that case, we're just going to grab these because those are the only ones I can interact with. Roll. So once again, roll the weather die because I don't need more of that. And I'll take the earth element, presumably. So this needs... Oh, okay, so construction progress 2 out of 6. Resources and point values. So if I put in metal, it's 2 points. Bricks, it's 2 points. Crystal, it's 2 points. This one needs metal and scrap. So I can put this one in here to finish it off, which we need. I have this die, which can't be used for anything normally. But let's see if there's anything I could build. Because we're making a landing pad and a crystallizer. So rather than wasting this die, I could potentially make something that can use it. So, other thing to note is stuff like the furnace can roll weather die. It's got a six-sided die, and 2 of the sides are weather. The crystallizer only has 1. Kiln landing pad. So, Bazaar lets me trade resources. Let's see, needs 14 residents within 4 distance and 6 points of resources to be constructed. So I could actually put this down here and actually make it work. But we might still want to go for the cistern. Here? Yeah, let's do that. Oh, but the cistern doesn't take anything. Okay, so in that case, let's build a bazaar out somewhere. It seemed to work out here. Oh, out of range. So in that case, I have to build the bazaar over here. 6 out of 14. So I might not be able to. Oh, because the answer is I can't build the bazaar in the area because I need to take the kiln die from here, and it has to actually be able to reach the bazaar. So I can only take iron and other resources from the other one. So I might not actually be able to build this thing. Or I can put it down, but I'm going to need to build residences to make it work. Well, I mean, this area has progress. Oh, but it won't let me even set it down. Gotcha. Yeah, some of these spots would work, except for the fact that they're already, filled. Okay. Well, what else can I build with this earth die? Because I don't necessarily want to do anything. I don't want to re-roll it, but I think I will. And just hope it's not a weather die, and it's a waste. Well, let's roll it again. It gives me brick. I like brick. Problem is I'm not going to have any re-rolls for the next turn, so we might get an extra weather die. Okay. Market buildings like the bazaar trade resources for influence can be used to advance the city's renown. Buildings have a limited operating range, dice can only go so far, and the landing pad can only build residents within a certain range. Constructing more than one kind of... Okay, yeah, we already read that. So, now we have the crystallizer, the furnace, and the kiln. So I have 3 different types of resources. We want to build a cistern and the landing pad. Let's hope we don't just get a ton of weather dice. Okay, we didn't get any. Perfect. So first and foremost, let's take a look at what this needs. This benefits heavily from salt and dust. We have neither. So that's kind of a wash. So let's finish the landing pad. Because that'll take a crystal to get completed. Yeah, I can put that in there, but that's only worth 1. Landing pad adds additional residents to the city. Oh, but that needs... Yeah, we're going to need more. So I'm probably going to have to use that to expand. This is why we wanted the bazaar, but alas. Yeah, it would have been nice to get this done earlier. Maybe I could have done that. I think I was splitting too many of my resources across. Well, what else do we have? Because if our issue is lack of kiln... But kiln requires mirror and crystal. Yeah, I'm trying to find anything that I could make that would be able to use both of these. Once again, there's the bazaar. Alas. I kind of wish you could actually have it half built and it wouldn't become active until later. On the flip side, I can just put the bazaar down here. Even if it's a bit of a wash, it's at least better than nothing. Yeah. Let's go for that. Better than wasting 2 dye. I don't know how much of a time limit we have here. Well, let's see what the weather dye gives us. So it looks like it can have anything. Storm. Well, I don't have a reroll, so we're just taking a storm. Okay, that actually isn't too bad. Let's see. We do need to finish the cistern quickly, though. Let's see. So, are we rolling dice? Okay, so adds residents to the city. Okay. So by supplying brick, canvas, tea, or gathering, it'll give me additional people. Wow. That sucks. Yeah, so we might honestly get a lot of weather dice that we're going to have to deal with. Okay, let's see what I can do. So, unfortunately, Earth would progress the bazaar the fastest, but that we just don't have. I'm going to put that there. Put this here. I think I'm out of range. Anything else? No, I think we just end turn. Once we have the bazaar, I can sell the additional dice that I don't need for influence, or additional resources. Hope we don't just get a ton of weather dice. Well, here's the thing. I'm going to be silly and try and just prevent myself from getting weather dice. Oh, it's a ship coming down. I thought it was a weird corn cob. I'm sorry, devs. Let's see. Unfortunately, no dice that work here. I can at least build this up by 1, but it's not amazing. Yeah, so these are all tapped, which is an issue. Yeah, I don't want to build another kiln next to a spot that I've already kilned. Ah, stinky. Because yeah, I don't think I want to build any more of these things. Nor can I, is the main issue. We just don't have enough people. Well, so the other answer is, so this one needs metal salt. It's really salt and dust. Do we get that from either of these? Kiln does have a chance of that. Yeah, the frustrating part is the furnace is the riskiest die, but I do need to roll it because it's the one closest to the bazaar. And we locked out. Okay, so I can put that there. That gets me the bazaar. What is this? Undo die placement. So yeah, let's just finish the bazaar. Because once again, being able to sell junk dice is going to be helpful. So what's that one do? Storm? Okay. Flood move or flood grow. Well, that might be an issue. No, it looks like we're fine. Okay, Ember sets on the horizon, bringing on a cool half-light breeze. Rust grow, flood grow, and none. Okay, so depending on the, yeah, depending on, like, the cycle, we will actually get more or less. Interesting. That's fun. Okay, so what's this? Trade resources for influence. Loss, -4 per trade. Recovery, 1 per cycle. Multiplier. Oh, so the more I trade, the less value it is, but then they go up in price. Okay, let's re-roll this one. Get some iron. Let's see where I can spend this, because the big one is... Oh. Do we build the cistern? So the one problem with the bazaar is we currently cannot do anything with it. So I could put it over here, or I could put it over here. You know what? All things considered, build first, sell later. And yeah, it might have been a good idea to get my... Ooh. It might have been a good idea to get the bazaar closer. Shh. There we go. Okay, so the furnace die goes here, trying to finish it off. Brick to give me plus 12 people. And then the crystallizer can't be used on anything. So that'll just have to do. But yeah, the additional residences are going to open a lot. I should surround this by things that can actually generate useful bits. Oh, lucky me. Okay, so this is done. So if I give it metal, earth, salt, or daylight, it'll remove flood tiles. So this is salt. So what does this need? Brick, canvas, gathering. I do have a reroll. I could try and reroll one of these. But it would be this one. So let's see what else I can make. Okay, so now we actually have 8 more people. Well, this has been pretty good. So I think I'm actually going to put another one of these down and start building it. Because we want to keep stuff kind of within range of this bazaar. Especially this one, because it salt can be traded. Not bricks, though. But bricks can be put here. Or spent over here. And then I have this, which can't be used for anything. Yeah, we'll want to see if we can find more ways of dumping dice we don't need. Not doing super hot. So what's this one do? Flood grow. You know, flood is manageable. But it does mean that I need to work on the cistern. I might also just need another cistern, to be honest. Youch. Unlike the weather die aren't super duper bad, but they could be better. Okay, put that there. So let's see. Drop that there. If I put in 6... Okay, so if I put in 2 of these, it removes 6 tiles. But I think I might want to get the influence just because. Because, yeah, we need to get our influence up. I feel like that's probably one of the bigger progression systems that I'm going to be low on. Are you kidding me? Wow. Well, today ends in disaster, but at least we finished that. I think I'm going to need another cistern. Sooner than later. Okay, let's build one down here as well. Maybe a little further, if I can. How far out can I go? Not super duper far. Yeah, so I'm going to put it here. Reason being, it'll only take dice from this kiln, which is a little unfortunate, but we're going to need it to be able to ward off the water here. Because currently this covers this section. This will cover here. We'll need like one more over here. But I don't have enough population at the moment. Well, this is not the best. Okay, so how much is this worth? It's worth... I see. So it's normally worth 9 for the first trade, but then it goes down by 4. So it's 9, 5, 1. And then I have to wait. There's also a multiplier, but I have no idea how to tank that up. Okay, so let's throw that there, throw this here. We have a weather die, but obviously can't spend that anywhere. And this crystal can't be used on anything. It's a little unfortunate. I guess I'm just going to end turn. So this will remove some water from up here. And get me some additional residences, which will scale. Oh, that's the rust. Which we're going to have to contend with, because now I'm going to be rolling 4 weather die. That's fun. Uh-oh. That might be a lot of... that might be a lot of rust. Did it just eat a hole in my city? I think it did. Oof. Well... I'm sure we're going to get more management systems that can scale these up. Okay, so now if I take a look at this, metal has gone up by 8 point, but we can leave that for later. Now I'll get me some residences. Yeah, I don't think I need another landing pad at the moment. Let's see. So just call that a day. So that's going to slowly remove the water from that section. Give me more of those. Yeah, if we're lucky, we can start getting some of the things that we need for this. Salt and dust, which... Oh, salt is really rare. Still, it's a possibility. Okay. More population. Remove water, 6 influence. The problem is I'm going to need 25 if I want to do that. And unfortunately, I don't know how to get more tech. Okay, influence cost and residence required. So... yeah, I think I'm just going to focus on that for the time being. Unless... no, bricks, landing pad's already getting the brick. Well, I'm going to have a hell of a lot of residents in the area. Okay, let's hope we get lucky. Otherwise, I might have to figure out something else to put near this cistern. I mean, that wouldn't be a terrible idea. Build another structure nearby. Okay, salt. Damn it. No terrain tiles in range, so I can't do anything with that. So we might actually want to look into something this needs. Because this needs metal, salt, scrap, and dust. So, I'm really uncomfortable with the idea of putting a furnace down, to be honest. And ideally, we want to pick something that can scale with the bazaar. We could do another kiln. Or I could actually build... Oh, I should just build a cistern over here. And I'm going to put it as far out as I possibly can. Because residences can fill the spots. This way we can actually pump these in over here. Yeah. That's coming from there. That'll give me some more influence. That's coming from that one. That's coming from the crystallizer, neither of which is the most useful. Yeah, we're gonna need... Gonna need that. But, yeah, out of luck. I could re-roll, but I think I'm gonna save that. All I need is 7 more influence. I actually got to keep all of my... Ooh. Well, you know what? I'm going to re-roll this until it's a good outcome. Perfect. Yeah, we have no way of dealing with rust, which is going to be an issue. I really wish there was actually just a button that would let me grab every available dice, or even just, like, see... Oh, maybe it's this one. Holding Alt. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we get... I mean, it's earth. Throw that in the bazaar. Scrap. Yeah, throw the brick in for more residents, and we can't do anything with that. Good enough? Kinda. Yeah, we're getting really unlucky. I want to build this other cistern. I might honestly blow it up if it has no progress. Because I might be able to move it further out than it currently is. Oh, but further out means I can't get the dice over to it. Which is... not great. Well, you know what? Hate to do that, but we're going to throw this in here because we want to get above that limitation. Reroll this one and hope we get scum. Iron, perfect. Could trade it for more influence, but we want to get this thing built. Because I can't do anything about the rust. Oh, why am I even rolling the crystallizer? I want to be able to push back any flooding before things get bad. Okay. So advance to peripheral. City is still a seed flung far into the future. Now with generations, the crystallization begins anew. Gain 6 new buildings, 1 dice storage slot. Dice storage slot. So it produces daylight and dust, weaver, tea house, scrapyard. When placing other near buildings nearby, those buildings can access more residents for construction. Okay, Ruster gets rid of rust nearby. Your city is now peripheral. A palpable energy has emerged. The once forgotten settlement begins to press on the cosmological fabric of humanity. Advance the city beyond the highest tier of influence to complete the realm. Okay, so now I'm going to need 100 more 100 influence this time and 200 residents. Well, some of those are easier than others. Do I actually need to roll this? I don't think this die is at all useful to me, unfortunately. And so I'm just taking on unnecessary risk. Well, hold up. We want this die. Yeah, barring anything, I guess we just get a ton of people. Oh, we can only build one. Or we can only input one, which is tragic. Well, do I have anything new I want to build? Possibly. So, sun mirror. Gets daylight and dust. And the dust looks like it might almost be a higher tier? Tea root. So a tea house down here would actually be way good. But we don't have enough residences. Or I could put it right here. Oh, there's a gap right there. Hard to tell. Okay, what about a ruster? Oi. I mean, I can plonk it here? How far out can it go? Here. But that's going to require... Oh, I guess I could have rolled this. Well, too late. So, arena. Needs 20 residents. Okay. Oh, so, once again, it's another trade situation. So, the arena prefers canvas, daylight, root, and music. So, literally nothing that we benefit from. Yeah, can't build it. And yeah, I'm a little leery of getting too many of these. So I think I can do the... Oh. And that requires dust, silk, starlight, and music to make. So we'll need a weaver, which requires brick and earth. Which I could put over here. Okay. So I can actually put a brick into this one. Perfect. Well, we get one weather die, which, like, hasn't been too bad yet. It's not like the rust is a huge threat, but it might be able to destroy my buildings eventually. Alright, let's see the damage. Alright. Well. If we're lucky, a lot of this stuff is further out, but some of this, yeah, it gives me these permanent damage spots. I might be able to clear them out at some point, but at least I currently can't. So this requires brick, earth, daylight. Yeah, I'm not actually really sure what I'm going to use the crystallizer on. Let's see. Yeah, and I can't double those. I can store the die. Which is interesting. You know what? I will. Let me get a scrap metal so I can put it into that one. Alright. Still kind of feels like this team should just get into making board games someday. I like the video games that they're creating, but so many of these feel like you could actually just have this as a board game. Oh, beautiful. Finally, some salt. Or actually, hold up. I'm going to take this back. I'm going to destroy this. Yeah, is that the furthest I can build it? I suppose so, actually. Alright. Still point into that, and put that there. And turn. Yeah, because there's nothing else to do. And that one's done. So now we get weaver dies. Canvas, dye, silk. Let's see. So, if I want to do that... Yeah, can I even? Oh, that's interesting. What does the +2 die mean? Because I could put the arena here. Closer in, which probably isn't a bad idea. Okay, I'm going to look at this, because there was something about buildings, game concepts. When I was putting that building down, it was giving me a +1. So there must be some kind of adjacency effect that is making it so the building might generate more weather dice. It's hard to tell. Let's see. I almost kind of wish some of these mechanics had like a very faint page number in the, you know, in the corner or nearby to be like, oh, it's this page of the manual. Let's see, train buildings, influence, tiers of renown, market building. Factions, events. Buildings. Oh, scrapyard. Buildings constructed within 5 distance get +3 resident range. I mean, that's nice. So I'll have to keep an eye out. Habitat removes grass. Huh, why? I guess they don't like grass here. And we've got some higher tier ones later. Buildings within 4 distance get a +6 boost to operations range. Building within 6 range are immune from terrain effects. Then I have no idea. Oh, these are the different resource types. When rust touches a building or resident, it destroys itself and the grid structure underneath it. Ooh. Yeah, so that's an issue. Oh, floodplain reduces the nearby resident appeal value. So, oh, it's silica grass. When placing a building for construction, add 1 die to the weather total for each silica grass in resident range of the buildings being placed. So that's probably what's going on. Yeah, so this is the silica grass. That explains why building the arena over here is adding extra dice. So I can slap this thing down here, and it's much safer. I guess I'll just put it there. Get the furnace. Anything else? No. I've got 3 rerolls, and it's the weather cycle on the next one, so should be good. Okay, put that there. That there. Gets me more residences, and we don't have any water in range. Should check with the cistern. Oh no, metal does trigger it, so that's good. Only have 1 weather die. Do I actually want to take this brick out? I think so. I think I'm going to re-roll the brick and hope we get salts. No. Wow. Literally nothing good. Let's see. Do we just store this one, even if it's not useful at the moment? Well, I don't know. Oh, what's this? Oh, we got an event symbol. Okay, and then roll this. We have a reroll, and we don't need it, actually. Reroll it into something bad, but why would I? Oof. So rust move. And yeah, I don't have anything for this ruster. Well, I should probably actually start building a ruster out here as well. So here's the issue. Yeah, there's a shit ton of grass there. So this is why we need the crystallizer, because I needed to build the rusters. We could just eat a ton of weather dice, but that's a terrible idea. So I guess I'm going to have to just build a crystallizer down here. I just don't have... Well, I do have the population. I'll just have to hope I could get the correct dice. Luckily, no, that ain't going to work. Because, yeah, nothing can extend to that spot. Or I can put this here? I'll put it there. Okay. Roll dice. Hope for the best. That was not the best. Okay, there's some iron. And some salt. Beautiful. Okay, so big one is we can finally build that. Next up, start building the crystallizer over here, because that's going to take a little while. This is worthless, and this can go here. So, do I re-roll? No. Much as I'd like to use this one, I just can't. Okay, so that's done. We can finally start getting into that. Though rust is apparently like a much bigger and more dire issue than I thought it was going to be. Do I need this? Yeah, I do, because we need to put it into the landing pad. We need that one for construction. What am I missing? Oh, the crystallizer. I'm so habitually used to not using it. Oy. Ouch. Okay. So that'll finish that. This will give me some more people. This is dye, that's kiln, but nothing in range. Can't use anything, so we get to finish that at the very least, so I can start working on building a ruster out here. Oh, but I do get another weather dye. This is not actually that bad, but it feels like it. Okay, so now start working on a ruster out this direction? No. Shucks. Yeah, because that's out of range of the crystallizer. And this is kind of the ideal spot, but if this grows... Okay. I guess I'm going to have to build a furnace down here. I cannot... Boy, I've cornered myself here. Kind of, sort of. Except for this one. We don't need. Because it turns out... can't do anything with it. Let's see. Because, yeah, what else do I need to make a ruster? Dust, crystal, and dye. Oh, we get dye out here. Boy, if only I had enough population to actually sustain out here. Unfortunately, a lot of the population's ending up... Oh. Well, yeah. So this would be a good spot, except for I can't get resources there. There is the scrapyard. Holy smokes, that's big. Yeah, okay. Do I want to get another landing pad then? Kinda. Because the problem is, I feel like this thing might be having some issues getting enough people out here. This would be a good spot. We just need some more population out here. I don't know. Roll dice. Well, at least we can finish that off. Time for it to get destroyed. Well, actually, if I build the scrapyard here, it can extend the crystallizer, maybe, if we're lucky. And then we get 2 weather die, which is going to be bad for us. Well, at least we're getting a decent amount of population, but still. Ow. The city has drawn the attention of a new off-world faction, Void Lineages. The Void Lineages are a rhizomatic family of pilots, traders, smugglers, and shipbuilders. A familial structure organized under hierarchs maintains strict controls over its members, but this structure is frequently threatened by desires within and forces external. Ultimately, the lineages remain reactive to an ever-shifting political landscape. Their favor increases the maximum die pool limit to 8. Their penalty reduces it to 4. Well, I don't even know how to make them happy with me. So, strength ordinary, disposition. Time for bad things to... Oh, boy. Time for my city to get some holes in it. Maybe? This is... Yeah, okay, that actually wasn't so bad. That was not so bad. I was really afraid it was going to just, like, nuke this area, spread a bunch. I'm so used to Pandemic doing that to me. And this is not that, so we're good. Okay, so do we even benefit from this one? I don't think so. This we need. This we want. Because, yeah, that gets me influence. We want the crystallizer because I'd like to get the ruster here. Do I benefit from this kiln? Yes, I do. Okay, so that's 14 influence there. That's poor good. Still nothing. Oh. Apparently this takes crystallizer bits. Let's see. Could sell the iron? Yeah, I'll take the influence. Question is, do I re-roll this? Because the problem is this needs dust or crystal and we're not getting it. Do I re-roll? Yeah. I think I'd rather have no weather die, if I can avoid it. Okay, so next order of business, we still need to get something out here. Yeah, the problem is, I think what I need is a furnace. So I'll start building one. Only takes brick and dust. Oh. So I could actually build a furnace over here, I just don't have the population for it. Let's see. Landing pad. What's the other consideration? Ooh. That's a good spot. I'll take it. Sadly, we don't get anything useful for it, but it's okay. Because, yeah, I want to have at least 2 landing pads to expand my population. I really need to get those rosters down, but... only so much I can do about any of these things. And yeah, no point in rolling this. That's purely for building the ruster. Hopefully we can expand the number of rerolls we get at some point. Okay. Oh, I should have not rolled that. You know what? I'm just going to hold that in storage for a while. Add a range. Keep working on those. All right. No dice? No, they're good dice. Because, yeah, we want to get that water to roll back a little. Let's see. Roll dice. Well, it's a heckin' ton of brick. Okay, so this one can be spent there. That's more scrap metal, which I'm thankful for. The heightened population would be good, and for whatever reason, the crystallizer has been obstinately rolling mirrors this entire time. But that's okay. Yeah, I'm going to stand by. I still think this would be an absolutely fantastic... is this... flood move? I can work with flood moving. I don't know what that did. We might have kind of lucked out. It might have been trapped. Let's see. And this one, because I still want to build the ruster up here. Okay, re-roll this. Hope we... Damn it. I'd love to be able to, like, modify my dice. That actually would be extremely cool. There we go. Finally put a point into that. A single point. Still nothing. Okay. Keep working on that water. Yeah, no tiles in range. Nothing else that I can use it on. End turn. Well, we're making minute progress on some of these. Let's see, still nothing else to roll. Because the problem is, I'm waiting for this. For canvas to recover. In value. Brick on that, and... Keep pushing the water back? Keep pushing the water back. And like, once we can get the rust to go away, this gets a lot easier for me. Kind of. I do wonder if we ever get to fill in the gaps. They're gorgeous, by the way. Like, they called this a mausoleum world, and they're not kidding. I was going to say this earlier, but it feels like... I bet the developers have some really cool D&D campaigns. Assuming they... Well, okay, maybe not D&D. Tabletop RPG campaigns? I don't actually know how much people play Dungeons & Dragons anymore. I know it was mega popular for quite a while, but it feels like Hasbro has been kind of committed to shooting themselves in the foot as hard as humanly possible. To wreck the brand, the union busting, the possible AI usage on the back end for Magic the Arena, stuff like that. And I also kind of feel like the hobby's stagnated a little. I think mostly because, once again, there's only so much you can do with Dungeons & Dragons, and also people aren't locked indoors playing Dungeons & Dragons during, you know, COVID lockdown. Alright, roll dice, please be nothing beautiful. Okay, still working on a lot of these. But now we can expand our population much more than we had been. We get dust. That's a big boost there. I got scrap that I don't know what to do with. I need to build another ruster. Whee! 14, 17, 28, but don't have the range. Damn. Because I thought this would get that much more... Unfortunately, I'm not quite sure how resident range works. Unless it's like new things being built nearby get the bonus. Oh. So it does not apply retroactively. Because yeah, I think this one has crazy range. Unfortunately, we're going to have to leave that. Well, no terrain tiles in range. I could spend it for the influence. Do I build something new? Is the other question. Because this ruster is coming, but not quickly. Yeah. And I need things to go in here, but this only takes brick. I think I'm going to take a dud turn, but no weather dice. Otherwise, I could sell this for 6. 6 is not strictly terrible, but it's not amazing either. Yeah, it feels like a bit of a struggle to get the influence up. Okay. Keep those going. Roll this. This, I don't think I need to roll at the moment. There's currently nothing it can fund. And that one's locked off. That doesn't do me any good. Okay, 3 very safe die. With some good results. Okay, perfect. Get brick so it gets more population out there. Let's see. No terrain tiles in range. Once again, could sell it for the influence. That would get that price down to nothing. So the real question is, do we... No. No, I think I'm just going to be happy with finishing that ruster and building up the population out here. Because currently there is no system of creeping dread exactly. Okay, that takes mirror and die. Okay, so in that case... let's just roll these 3. And I'm going to have to unlock this die, so I might as well use it. Oh, we can actually use it for a ton of population, can't we? Let's see, and I can sell that salt for 9. Can't do anything with this, but that's okay. Yeah, so this is, I mean, this is going to give me a lot. Which hopefully means I'll be able to build some other stuff. And then I've got 3 rerolls, so hopefully if we get rust... Rust is the fear. Flood I can work with. You scum. Well, the game might just be telling me, accept the rust. Oh. If it's just there, we're okay. Wow, that was downright benign, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna just start rolling that one. And I can roll this, because if we get mirror, we can put it into the rust removal. Or, you know, we just get junk. Oh, that's interesting. Oof. If I'm having a really bad day, I can... ouch. Input these in. Build. Dust is not useful. Die. Oh, but it's out of range. Oh. It's out of range. I really wish the buildings constructed would get extra range. I really wish that was something that applied retroactively. So here's the question. Can I build a ruster? Out here. I can. Pretty comfortably. How far can I go? No, not very far. Don't I just keep it here then? Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately the dust is not helpful. We're getting some progress on that. All right, it'll do. And I might want to be more careful about the amount of residences I'm getting down, but I kind of feel like no matter what, I'm going to need them. Okay, roll those. Yes. No whammies. Okay, that's population. Wait. Oh, that needs mirror. Blech. Silk. Which is really good over here, but I can't get to it. I really wish there were things that I could do to specifically... like transport resources around. But hey, nothing bad happens. Okay, so we get another... we get another furnace, which are kind of risky. They're very risky. I might want to wait. I've got one re-roll. And we don't have any... no, we do have rust. I would need... Oh, I need to build one of these. I'll just put it there. And then put this here? Yeah. Yeah, I might as well have those marked out. Really wish I could plan this city before building the residences, but unfortunately... Oof. Okay, so this... That's this kiln. Oh, I didn't actually roll a die from that one, but that's fine. Let's, re-roll this one. Slightly regretfully. Come on. It's fine. Ton of population. I mean, nothing else for it. This won't blow up in my face, maybe. Okay. Hi. So a freighter that entered orbit hoping to land had an engine failure, plunged downward towards the city. The glow of disturbed atmosphere wrapping around it like a cocoon. So... I can spend influence. Let's see. Freighter and structure crumbled into the mausoleum. I'm just going to go for that. I lose all of my influence, but that's okay. We didn't have that much. Well, this is bad news bears. Okay, we lost a slot there. I'm close to getting the rusters, though. So we need to roll this one. I don't think that's going to help me. Roll that one. Okay, we're just going to roll those 3 die. Well, we finally get the mirror that we need to zap some rust. How long I've been trying to do that? I don't know. A while. And while I could re-roll that, it's not super bad. Oh, that's so nice. And then if I can do that over here, that's going to make my life much easier. Yeah, I should have thought of that when I built that crystallizer, that I might not be able to reach. Iron. Perfect. Gives me the crystallizer. Dust doesn't do anything. Silk doesn't do anything. Beans. And the problem is you can't have, like, really tight clusters because they need a certain amount of residences nearby. These people not heard of shopping malls? Sadly, apparently not. Let's see. Roll, roll, roll. Because I don't really want to extend my population at the moment. I want to get the rest of this built. as safely as possible. Oh, wait, why am I building scrap? Damn it. Let's see. I'll take a 13 influence. I don't need to be re-rolling or rolling this anymore. I need to be rolling this to get the ruster going. Yeah. Okay, flood. I like flood. Flood's good. Because rust is a threat, flood is an inconvenience. Okay, so we need to be rolling this, and this, and this. Those three. Nothing more. Well, 3 is good. Perfect. Maybe? I actually don't remember what this needs. Anything but that, actually. Oh, that's okay. And then, unfortunately, this needs the rarest outcome, but it's better than nothing. Let's see. Let's go back to this. Do I want to try and build a bazaar out here? It is right next to the rust, which is not the most bueno. But I think I will. There we go. There's that rust. Because, yeah, currently I only have a couple of these commercial structures, but having a slew of them isn't a terrible idea. I just need to have enough population to do so. Because that way I can potentially eat these negative outcome locations. Let's see. So we want this, and is there anything within range at this point? I don't know. I don't think so. Let's roll these 3. Oh, that's 1 progress. That's nothing. Yeah, because this can go to that bazaar that we haven't built yet. Ooh, and that's a 4. Yeah. Let's get that set up, because we want to... I'm wasting an amount of my dice here. Just incapable of spending it on anything. Let's see. And unfortunately, I need to roll a die from this, which is a 1 in 6. It's low. For the population, go for the build. And still can't do anything with that silk. There we go. So now I can use that silk for stuff occasionally. And I've got some rerolls here, so if we get rust, we reroll the rust. And hope that we don't just keep rolling rust. You scum! Well, it's okay. It was over here. Perfect. I have a ruster being built. Yeah, it's this that scares me. And so if I can get away with it, or get away from it, we're good. Nothing. More population. Let's put it over here. And then I can sell the silk for 12. And yeah, it's like, it's not a terrible idea for me to get another one of these. So I'll start working on that. Because influence is my biggest issue. Population we're doing great on. What I need is capitalism. It also looks like... Oh, flood below baseline. I see. So, because I've gotten rid of most of the flood tiles nearby, we're actually getting a second weather dice. So I need to keep that in mind, and... probably... use it more. Okay. We're good. Still not the... Well, we need dye for that. We're not getting dye. Do we want to get some population over here? No, I'm going to keep doing population there. Sell that for 10? Yeah. I wonder if I can actually destroy that landing pad. Maybe. Yeah, it's pretty much filled in every single slot. Oh. The city has drawn the attention of a new off-world faction, Frame. Frame are a trading monopoly, controlling the majority of faster-than-light travel. Through the use of draft ships, which are effectively Titanic computers with engines and cargo holds attached, the folds of space and time can be manipulated to travel nearly instantly between the stars. Their favor adds 3 rerolls per cycle. Their penalty removes 3. Oof. Unfortunately, I have no idea how to make friends with them, so that's stressful, but oh well. Anyway, I think I'm going to leave us here. We're making progress. I've learned some hard lessons about placement and resources and other things. I do think this is a really inventive game with some like really cool ideas. I think if I were to start over, I'd probably stop rushing to get some things going and probably have some landing pads that are like hard surrounded, with like a band of production structures surrounding them. Maybe, I don't know, I'm sure there's a more optimum way to play than I have been playing, but learning is learning. Anyway, I like where this is going. I think this has a lot of really brilliant ideas. I think the aesthetic is fantastic, and I think the dice drafting building feels like a lot of fun to play around with in a way that I think a lot of games kind of miss me on. Do I just throw that in? Yeah. Hopefully there's some way that I can eventually scale, make them refresh faster. Because I think that's the thing that I wish this had, is I sincerely wish this had just some small degree of dice modification. Like if I could go back and upgrade a structure to switch its dice around, I think the dice-based AP and resource generation is really fun, but it always feels like especially with video games, having the ability to tweak and change your die is a very singular joy that I wish more games would like feed into more. Okay, so we can finish this finally. Let's see. Do we keep going population? I have no idea what happens. I'll go for both of those, and we'll just save what we've got. But yeah, as far as like weird city builders go, this is neat. It's definitely one that I would love to put more time into. And I probably will off camera. I don't know if it's... Did it launch early access? I'm just going to look at it. No, looks like this is a 1.0 launch. So what you see is what you get. I think it is very much going to be more the city builder video game for people who love board games rather than city builder video games. But on the flip side, like, there are a lot of city builder video games out there, and not a lot of good city builder board games. And so I don't know. On a personal level, this actually appeals to me a lot more. I think partly because there's another, I guess it's more settlement builder than anything else. But I really love, let's see. I'll just go for the population. And I can sell this anywhere. Yeah, that's the trick. Just have a bunch of different markets to spend resources at. That'll give me the influence that I need. Against the Storm is such a good city builder / settlement builder that I find myself slightly frustrated. If flood 2 below baseline. What do they mean by below baseline? I have no idea. I should probably start putting in or rolling metal from this to get rid of some of this. Because I can't tell if I have too much flood or not enough flood. and that's throwing me off a little bit. There we go. Reroll this one. But because Against the Storm is such a good video game with such brilliant ideas behind it, that it's really truly made it so I don't enjoy a whole lot of settlement builders or... Yeah, do we just dump it here? Yeah, I should probably get rid of some of those. It's worth 12, can't do anything with that. No terrain in range. And I could get some more influence, but I don't know about it. Otherwise, do I want to build something else? So that's this one. Is there anything that requires dust? Because I have the sun mirror. I have the weaver. I could build a tea house, but the tea house is good, or is better for being over here. Oh, I could put it there. That's a good spot. Maybe I'll put it here. I guess I can get it in either. Because yeah, I should start building the tea house, because I can put tea into this arena. And had this been a little bit closer, I would have been able to throw mirrors in as well. I don't know. I have not been utilizing a lot of these systems as well as I could have. But very much, learning is fun and complicated and whatnot. I think the trick is very much to acknowledge that the landing platforms create a cube of population centers. Well, the rust is seemingly inevitable. Doesn't seem like it did any damage there, which is good. Okay, flood. Below baseline. You know what? Is that something I can take a look into? I wish I understood what below baseline. Okay, terrain baseline. Okay, when a terrain type is below its baseline, a weather die is automatically added to the next weather phase. Oh. So yeah, I think I removed too much. I see, the rest are saying above baseline, so they're fine. But because the flood is below, presumably 6, it is an issue. The problem is... I'm gonna have to get rid of this rust. It is an issue. Well, I don't know. Anyway, I guess the other thing I was going to say is Amberspire, once again, is out now on Steam, so if you do want to pick it up and play it yourselves, just follow the link in the description below. It's normally $22, or no, sorry, it's normally $25, but it's down to $22.50 for launch, which, once again, I think is a fair price for what it is. It's a big, well-produced city builder, definitely more on the board gaming side, but I think that makes it a very unique production as far as things go, as opposed to just another SimCity-esque civilization builder. And what was I also going to say? Oh, right. If you own the Banished Vault, 1, you're probably going to like this game a lot, and 2, you get a further discount, so you can get the game a little bit cheaper. And of course, if you don't own either, there's a combo pack that is a steeper sale than buying both individually. Anyway, I guess with all that said, if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like. It helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe, because I got tons to check out and show off. Well, for now, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.